In the midst of the noisy crowd, I watched as my fiancé passionately kissed his assistant. That I stood there like a fool and watched them make out on stage. The man up there was my fiancé, Jake Stevens. The woman was his personal assistant, Chloe Xanders. The MC, who had been standing awkwardly to the side, quickly directed the spotlight toward me when he noticed my arrival. He was trying to alert the groom. "Mr. Stevens, the bride is here." Jake, however, did not even flinch. Instead, he pulled Chloe behind him to shield her from the prying eyes of the crowd. And there I was, standing on the stage, enduring the judgmental stares, the whispers, and the ridicule from everyone around. I've said it all along. Mr. Stevens never liked Lily James. Why else would he humiliate her so openly like this? Lily has no shame. How could she just stand there and take it with so many people watching? She's such a doormat. Listening to the whispers around me, my face grew pale. I clenched my fists so tightly that my nails dug into my palms. Jake, however, did not even try to restrain himself. Instead, he took Chloe's hand and casually played with it in his palm. That I stood frozen in place while the murmurs surrounded me. I let my nails leave one hidden mark after another on my skin. When I did not react, Jake grew impatient. With one arm wrapped around Chloe, he grabbed the microphone from the MC with his other hand. He stared at me and said with clear irritation, "Lily, are you coming over here or not? If you don't, well then, the wedding will be cancelled." After saying that, Jake confidently turned back to chat with Chloe without sparing me another glance. He was sure I would forgive him. Just like I had many times before, he thought I would walk up to him willingly, smile, and go through with the wedding without a fuss. However, not anymore. Step by step, I walked toward him with determination. I ignored the whispers and stares from the crowd. That it was just like how he had walked toward me countless times in the past. Just as I was about to reach him, I refused the hand Jake extended toward me. Instead, I took the microphone and looked him straight in the eye. My voice was calm. "Jake, let's cancel the wedding. I don't want to marry you anymore." As soon as the words left my mouth, the lively crowd around us fell completely silent. Jake just scoffed and looked at me with disdain. "Lily, we've been together for 5 years, and you've been chasing after me all this time just to finally get to this wedding. And now you're walking away? Do you even believe yourself?" Despite the pain tearing at me inside, when he asked that, I still nodded firmly. After all, he had long forgotten that I was not the one begging for this marriage. It was him who had asked for it 5 years ago, in the middle of a heavy snowfall. It was him who took my hand, knelt on one knee, and held up a ring that he had asked if I would spend my life with him. Back then, his eyes were filled with nothing but love for me. That was why I forgave him again and again while giving him countless chances to hurt me. However, at that moment, I suddenly realized something, that no one was truly indispensable in anyone's life. No matter who left your life, you would still survive. Under his smug gaze, I slipped the ring off my finger and held it up for everyone to see. "Jake, I'm telling you now, we're done." Then, I tossed the ring at him and walked away without looking back. Just as I stepped off the stage, Jake's best man, who was standing behind him, hurriedly tried to stop me. "Wait, Miss James. Jake was just joking. He really does love you. You're not really going to break up over a joke, are you?" Behind him, Jake's face had turned livid with anger. His hand clenched tightly around the ring I had thrown at him. That was the same ring he had spent a fortune to have custom-made. Yet now his voice was filled with coldness. "Let her go. It's not like I can't have this wedding without her." Hearing that, the best man awkwardly withdrew his hand. I let out a bitter laugh and walked out of the venue without looking back. Jake could say those words so confidently because I had compromised so much over the past 5 years. Every time he made a mistake, all it took was a token gift and a few half-hearted words of apology for me to forgive him without a second thought. So of course, he would assume that this time would be no different, that he was certain I would forgive him, just like always, but not this time. I had barely left the venue when my phone rang. "Ms. James, that was just a joke earlier. Please come back. Mr. Stevens is about to marry Ms. Xanders." I let out a bitter laugh. While sitting comfortably in my brand new Maybach, I responded with disdain. "Let him. He can marry whoever he wants. It has nothing to do with me anymore." With that, I hung up without hesitation. Growing up, my parents always told me to follow the rules to fulfill my role as the eldest daughter of the James family, that I was supposed to be well-behaved, obedient, and always composed. Under the weight of their pressure, they pushed me into depression. My lowest point when I wanted to kill myself. Jake appeared in my life. He was like a savior. He pulled me out of the darkness. However, I did not need a savior anymore. I could walk out of the darkness on my own. The car sped down the road and soon arrived at our marital home. I declined the butler's offer to park the car in the garage. I went to the room and grabbed my ID papers and other important documents before leaving. As for everything else in the house, I did not need it anymore. After returning the engagement gift Jake had given me, I replied to my professor's message. "Professor, I've decided to accept the offer to study abroad." At 10 p.m., I was sitting in the airport terminal and waiting for my flight. I knew that my decision would undoubtedly displease my family. However, I did not want to keep living the life they had mapped out for me. I needed to live for myself. 2 days later, I landed at the airport in Fensha. I had always wanted to further my studies, but my parents and Jake did not approve. I had always cared too much about what they thought. But not anymore. At the airport entrance, Olivia Green, my best friend, was waiting for me with someone to help. As soon as we met, she pushed a guy toward me. "Lily, your luggage is way too heavy. I couldn't carry it, so I brought Zane to help you." I glanced in surprise at his 6-foot frame and muscular biceps that I was about to say something, but my friend did not give me a chance to refuse. She pulled me straight into the car. Her eyes filled with concern as she looked at me. Jake Stevens is such a jerk. If I had known how awful he was, I never would have let you marry him. I could not help but smile at her. I handed her a pack of snacks that I brought from home, which she has been craving. Yes, she gasped in delight. I smiled softly and said, Olivia, I'm okay. She put down the snacks and pointed out the window at the guy helping with my luggage. Exactly, there's no point getting angry over a jerk. As the saying goes, the best way to get over one relationship is to start another. I did not respond as I thought she was just joking. I did not expect Olivia to bring me to a shooting range the very next day. The reason she came up with was, since you're here, you've got to experience the thrill of shooting. I wanted to decline, but the Gatling gun firing inside sounded too tempting that I could not resist. As soon as I walked in, I saw Zane Stone standing by the entrance. Olivia beamed and gave me a little push inside. Before leaving, she could not resist dropping a reminder. Have fun, Lily.